Dave motherfucking Shaw.
I love it. I love it.
Long time no see. I feel like we always get our talks in today on these podcasts.
It's good. It's good. That's what we do, man.
How's it going out there?
It's going okay. Had a bit of a scare today. Woke up to 5 a.m. To a tornado warning. We had a tropical storm come through. Tropical storm Arthur hit like last night at like middle of the night vibes. I mean I woke up at like 3:30 to use the restroom, and I'm looking through the window through my bathroom, and it's like there's like a strobe light show going on because so much lightning. It was insane.
Oh
and
my!
The wind was going.
Were you prepared? Did they tell you?
I mean,
it's coming.
I mean, there's not really much you can do other than just like kind of have a plan for where you're going to go if something does happen.
Is it scary now to have go through weather with having a kid?
Definitely, yeah. That's a for sure thing, for sure. I mean, the thing is, yeah, it's like it's really scary too because it's like we have the two tallest trees in our neighborhood are like one's on this side of the house and one's behind the house. And the one behind the house is like a pecan tree. So it's like softwood. And, that's like where Teddy's room is, like in the back of the house. So it's like, yeah, it's a whole thing.
Dude, I mean, and especially now you hear about this like super El Nino.
I know. I'm just
dude,
like,
that shit,
God.
like, I just got that pad and we bought this hotel in Mexico, Cabo.
Okay, really?
Full midlife crisis right now, buddy.
Dude.
A lot to
You know what? Hold on. Before you say that, this is, no. I talked to somebody the other day about this. I don't like that term because
tell me about it.
I think it's a negative frame. I look at it and I think, you don't take my advice, but I think what it is, man, is it's a midlife awakening.
Yeah, you're right.
You're fucking waking up to all the things and you're just like seeing all these possibilities and you're like, all right, well, let's put some energy into this. Let's put some energy into this. I've never done this before. Let's go over here.
Yeah, you're actually totally right. Like some people are afraid to live until they can't live,
Dude. Yes.
And
yes.
I don't want to be retired 80 years old and feel like I am going to start my life now. We might as well start when we're working and we're energized and we're vibing, right?
That's it.
How do you feel about what's your midlife awakening? What are you going through?
Well, yeah. I mean, oh my God. I mean, I would have to say,
I haven't talked to you in so long. Dude.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah,
it's been a while. My thing right now is, we've overgrown our house. We're busting out of this place right now, and I have to find a place for the family to go. And we just don't know because there's just been so many things kind of thrown at us lately. There was like a big article that was written about New Orleans and how, people should start relocating and
why? What's going on?
Because of the sea rise and this. There's a situation where the city is sinking because of just the way that they kind of diverted some things and the way that like the sediment flows, I guess. I'm not a scientist, so I don't exactly know, but I know that the city is actively kind of sinking. And then there's also the sea level rise. So it's just it's a tough spot to be in.
New Orleans cannot catch a break, dude.
Yeah, it's tough. I want to, it's like I want to be one of those people that's just like I'm going down with the ship, but like the other side of it is just like, it's like I got a kid, so that's my reckoning right now. I'm like, I'm deep in that. Like, how do I, take care of myself and the family and do what's right. So
what's your heart telling you? You're gonna go back to Ohio, or you're gonna go to Lafayette? You're gonna stay in Louisiana? What do you want to do?
I really don't know. I mean, I might go live in Portugal for a year.
There's no
pull a Frasco.
Yeah, there's no rules, man. I mean,
why
do we put these guidelines on our life that we have to stay around or we have to do things because other people tell us to do. Why can't we just like be free and do things for what makes us happy and not feel like we have to do it just because the expectations of you living in New Orleans or whatever, it puts pressure on you, you know?
I mean, I think there's also just like, you know, when you look back, you know, if you have a chance to look back and you're like, I don't know, I'd rather have, you know, some scenario where it's like, remember that time we did that thing that was completely insane, but it was like fun as fuck. And sure, it was hard, but like, you know, these are the things you're going to look back on. You know, you're not going to look back on, you're not going to be like, oh man, remember that time I saved all that money?
Yeah. Remember that time I saved all that money? Got boring for a couple years.
Like, who gives a shit about that?
Well, tell me about the time where you kind of didn't. You did do that. You kind of said, remember that time we lived? Like, give me some of those stories. Like you had some curveballs happen and.
I mean, just being in a band, I think, is one of those for sure. Because it's like the biggest gamble of all time, you know?
Yeah.
And you're like gambling with other people's lives. And, you know, one of Sam's friends, I think she was having a conversation with her about something. And I think I came up somehow and her friend was like, you got lucky there, didn't you? You got lucky there, you know, like, because it could have gone
fucking way worse.
You know, it could have just gone a very different way. And I know I'd still be doing it, and that would be great, and I would still be having fun, and I would still be loving it. But as far as like taking, you know, I don't know. I haven't really like. Considering, you know, I have a child now, so it's like I feel like there is some part of me that needs to like have some. I need to be a bit calculated, you know, and in some ways, you know. But then again, you're just like, okay, take the leap, and because my daughter doesn't care where we live, all she cares about is, or all she feels, let's say right now, is like. Does daddy have a smile on his face? Is daddy good? You know, does daddy have a regulated nervous system? I feel like that's like the best. That's the best thing I can give my child is a regulated nervous system to where I'm like feeling good and I'm able to provide a calm presence and energy to her life.
So what makes us still stop from doing it if everything you're saying is like all good? Is it fear?
ADD?
ADD, yeah. Let's do the list of things. Like it's ADD. It's the fear of the unknown.
Fear of the unknown
scares me. Like if I didn't get this rent-controlled place in New York, I probably wouldn't have ever done this. You know?
Yeah.
But like just pulling the trigger, it's just trusting yourself that you're doing the right thing. You know.
Yeah, I think there's also it's like, trusting yourself. That is a big one for me. Yeah. You know, as I get older, I'm like, I have to remind myself, like, okay, you got this.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, I don't lasted this long in our lives. We made it to this point of our life.
You got this.
Why do we still not trust ourselves?
Yeah, I know. That's a steady reminder.
What do you think it's anxiety?
You know, I mean, there's definitely a bit of anxiety that creeps up all the time, and we've talked about this before, and it hits.
Yeah,
it's like, man, got this great, amazing thing coming up, this amazing opportunity.
Yeah,
and then,
yeah,
a little anxiety.
Great band. Actually, we're going solo.
Yeah. No,
but
exactly.
That's that. You have to do it to prove to yourself you could do it. It's like, it's like we could stay comfortable. We could stay in our thing our whole life and just be comfortable with our 9 to 5 or whatever thing that's working. But then we'll look back and realize, I wish I just tried something, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that's, you know, that's really where we're at right now. We're kind of like on the precipice of like a big decision, just like with in my immediate, you know, sphere, my family and stuff. We're kind of like on that. We're just really going back and forth right now. Something is going to happen. I saw a blue heron yesterday on my bike ride, and I was like, you know what? I feel like I need to look up what this means. I need a little inspiration from the outside, and it was basically like, here, let me read it. This is what it said. It said, seeing a blue heron symbolizes patience, inner wisdom, self-reliance, and the ability to navigate transitions gracefully. Because these birds are known for standing perfectly still before taking precise, calculated action. Encountering one is often viewed as a spiritual message to slow down and trust your own timing.
Wait, what the fuck?
I know. I was like, all right, okay, cool.
Hold on. That is the universe telling you, dude.
Yeah.
And for you to even recognize what a blue heron is, impressive. So what are you taking with that bit of universal gift? What are you taking with that?
I mean, I'm going to, you know, it tells me that I still need to be, you know, calculated and kind of stay in it, you know, but it's just, that tells me that that's going to happen naturally. And so I could probably just release the, you know, the anxiety of making it happen. You know?
Do you think the anxiety drives us?
I think it drives us to a point, but then it can become troublesome. Yeah. You know, it can almost become, I feel like, paralyzing. And then there's that weird like addicting thing where like you can kind of become addicted to your anxiety because you're not necessarily feeling anything.
Oh yeah.
Like that's, you know what I'm saying? You'll be like, well, your brain will just kind of be like, well, we need to feel something here. This is easy to get.
Yeah, I hear you. Cause like, even like,
you know,
your writing is getting so fucking good. Your songs you're putting out, bro.
Oh wow.
You are on a fucking tear right now, dude. Really?
Wow, thank you.
Genuinely, I'm watching these songs. I really feel like I'm seeing you're blossoming into this next level songwriter, man. It's fucking sick, dude. The new record sounds good.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Coming from you.
Dude, I'm watching them. It's making me smile. All your videos about you just fine-tuning the craft and playing the songs and doing these acoustic things, and like really like the lyrics are hitting. I mean, maybe because I'm going through the same thing you're going through. Maybe this is like the first time in my musical career I'm really feeling what you're putting down, because I know the anxiety of keeping the train going and keep on making songs that are relatable got to put pressure on you.
Yeah, that's it.
With fucking grace, dude.
Thanks, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a tough one.
It's fucking the worst.
Yeah,
man.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one because Phew.
All right. Hope you're enjoying the interview, but a quick message from our buds. Hey, musicians, are you playing shows but have no clips to show for it? Our new sponsor, Jam Cut, is changing the content game for bands and artists all over. I'm telling you, we really need this, actually, because I edit all my videos when I'm on the bus, and it's a pain in the fucking ass. Just upload whatever video and audio you have, whether that's phone clips, camera footage, or board audio, and Jam Cut automatically syncs it all over together so you can start cutting clips from the best parts of your shows or jam sesh. Dude, I'm telling you, how many times I waste fucking just editing my own video on Instagram Reel. I could be finding a girlfriend. I don't know. And guys, this isn't another AI slop video app. This startup was made by 3 musicians out of Denver, and they built it with love for the craft, and we're supporting Denver. We're supporting Denver businesses, which is important to me in this scene. So Jam Cut's online editor lets you and your entire band put your own creative spin on it. It tracks each musicians for tight vertical crops, adds smooth pans and zoomed plus transitions, separates your audio into stems, and has sick effects that react to the music you're playing. Jam Cut turns one show into a week's of content. This is huge. Actually, honestly, no bullshit. This is huge because sometimes we only get these like shitty one video iPhone videos, and Jam Cut can actually cut it into something worth posting. So take it from me. It's fun as hell to use. Your first month is free. Just tell them I sent you. Use the code Frasco and experience the future of live show video editing. So get yourself out. Go to fucking Jam Cut, all right? Hey, boys, what about Jam Cut? We love it. We fucking love it.
We didn't get into songwriting to like be a songwriter. I don't know. I didn't, at least. That wasn't like my path or whatever. No offense to anyone that does, because it's just like that's what we do.
Right.
But yeah.
Why'd you get into songwriting?
What's up?
Why'd you get into songwriting then?
Because there was things that needed to be said. I feel like,
like
just things happening in my life, yeah. And I don't think I didn't even realize it at the time. It was just, when you're 22 and you're, things are happening in your life, on the home front and whatever, you kind of just like, my outlet was to just like go down into the basement, my college house, and turn up the PA really loud and just belt out whatever was inside,
Yeah.
And a few songs kind of started to percolate from that. But yeah, it's an interesting thing, man, especially navigating that as you get older, because, rock and roll is it's a young energy, it feels that way, and it's like, and now I'm a father, so it's like I've got that thing too. So it's like there's like this it's like I want to feel like I'm putting out the most authentic, music that is also me, but it's like, how do I make that interesting,
right,
in the place that I'm at in my life? You know what I'm saying? It's like,
do you feel like imposter syndrome a little bit? Like you're trying to...
That can happen, that can happen. I try to, what I think has helped me is taking things from my past, pieces of like, things that I've written, from my past that are real. They were real feelings. They were real thoughts. They were real situations. And then kind of piecing them together with where I'm at now, or something that I'm feeling now. And a lot of times they line up in this way that kind of works together. And then it's like, I've kind of got to bridge the gap.
Right.
And kind of like tell the story of like what has been going on, or how I'm feeling now.
Yeah.
About something.
Do you feel like when you're going back now, like, cause you've done the work, you've figured out the trauma, and going back into the trauma, does it trigger you a little bit, or?
It can. It definitely can. But like you said, I said, done a lot
lot
in that area.
Yeah. And I'm proud of you, man. You really
kind of done, it's still, obviously it still can be triggering for sure in all the ways. But just singing about it, it's just like, just getting it out,
Is it hard to write a happy song when you're happy? Like, you have a great life right now. You got a beautiful kid. You got a great family.
That's kind of where I love that you asked that question, because I've been really trying to I want to write some music right now to where I just want to just be able to put it on and it just makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Just makes me feel absolutely it's just like the vibe, that you want to be in. 'Cause that's kind of like where I'm at right now. And it is hard.
Dude.
It's hard. It's really hard. It's really hard.
Part of it, is it the expectations, or if you just feeling like this feels corny, or like what?
I think what it is, it's really it's tough to get past the corny factor, you know, because it's like my brain is tuned to be like, no, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
You know, like that's just not, like somebody else could do that.
Yeah.
But that's not going to work for you, Dave. You know,
you need the doom and gloom, David.
Yeah. So, but it's certainly doable. It takes a little more tuning, you know, because it's like if you're always tuned to this, you know, station, you kind of just gotta like, and I just have to be patient, I think, with myself, and just be like, you know.
And it goes back to what you're saying, like you're doing this, you're not just writing a song to write a song, you're doing this to feel something.
Exactly.
You know, so like you're kind of changing your perspective of how to write songs.
Yeah.
And to do it in the top of your career is fucking wild, you know? Like,
dude.
But it's like, it's kind of beautiful to reinvent yourself, you know?
Yeah.
It's scary.
It's definitely scary. It's weird. There's this like weird middle zone where I feel like it's really easy to like lose the path or lose the, you know, you can kind of like really just lose it all. I feel like in that zone. Like I've kind of felt that and been, you know, up against that thought or those feelings quite a bit. But like, I don't know, I had a conversation with Zach, and he was basically just kind of like, I think he said something, we were talking kind of about this, and he was basically just like, you know, well, you don't write those records. You know, you wrote those records. You know, you write you're in the time of life where you write, you know, your blood on the tracks, you know, or whatever. So it was just like, it was just kind of like, and I totally get what he means by that. It's just like right where you are. You know?
You ever go back to feeling like, you know, like you've been on this path just writing by yourself or writing with the guys a lot. You ever feel like, I'm like in this mind state right now, like I want to make a record with the band, you know? Or like you guys do that already. Like you went to Vermont last time to make a record.
Yeah, we went to Vermont. Yep.
So I'm always like, because I always write in Nashville with Gil Buda, and I'm always not thinking band first when I'm writing.
Yeah.
What kind of advice can you give me about making a record with a band versus making a record by yourself? Is it more collaborative? Is it more pressure? Do you feel like you have to pass the ball more? Like what are like I think you got some weaknesses of that?
I think there's a lot of strengths. I think you got to be able to let go of some things, you know, let go of your own like preconceived expectation of what it could be or what it should sound like, you know? Sometimes that's really hard, you know, but it's like, I think, you know, when you open yourself up to that like spontaneous energy of like the moment, I've seen it happen with our band a lot of times. Like my demo will be kind of like bare bones. It'll have the melodies and certain things to it, and then I'll have some ideas. But when we play it in a room with, you know, the 8 of us now, there's always going to be all these kind of counter melodies coming in that can spark different, you know, ideas that really make the song just like more interesting. You don't have to use all those pieces all the time, but it's like now you've got a lot more colors to play with and a lot more textures to mess around with. It's like, you know, you could, what was maybe just some chords over here on the acoustic guitar could be, you know, a horn pad that's like, you know, lower in the mix, reverbed out, you know, so like there's all these different little interesting tricks that, you know, can be pulled, I feel like, when you have, you know, a band playing, and then you're going to get the feeling of the band.
Is it hard to give away control?
Sometimes,
baby, you know, like
absolutely. Sometimes
of how the production's going to go, and then you have to kind of like bite your tongue and say you're in a band.
Yeah, I mean, there's instances where that, you know, where it's just kind of like, well, this is kind of what it is, and we try, like we'll try things. And then if we don't get, you know, we don't take a path that we're just like, this is great or this is better than that, then we just kind of stick with that. But we do let ourselves kind of go off, you know. Sometimes we just feel like we're like, okay, well, this is just what it is, you know, and no one can necessarily like see past that. Not even the producer, you know, whatever, you know, it's like, they're just like, well, we're not changing this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not happening, you know, like, which I'm fine with that. I'm like, well, cool.
Respect.
Great.
Like, respect. Okay. Respect. Yeah.
Respect.
What, do you have like, cause you do 2 projects now, which is fucking sick. Like, do you have songs you feel like go well with, David Shaw and then songs that go well with Revivalists? Like, how do you departmentalize your songwriting with the solo project and the Revivalist tracks?
I think that that's a tough one because I feel like either project could do anything. Like in my mind.
Well, it's you, dog.
Yeah. Either project could do anything.
Yeah.
I do think that there is a little more of a focus right now. I mean, just like, and I could say this, you know, I would say this, but like the record we're about to put out is very, there's a lot of wood on this album. There's a lot of, you know, it's a lot of acoustic guitars, a lot of just natural tones. And that was kind of a little more of like what the solo, you know, stuff was. A little more. I mean, there's also, you know, I have songs like Shaken, you know, on the solo shit, which is like, you know. So that's a tough one. I'm still figuring that out because I don't really, you know, like.
It's new.
It's new. I don't even know. I think I just, well, okay, I will say what I did with the previous record was like, I just want people to be excited about, you know, the songs that we're recording. So like, I'll just, you know, say, here's the 40 songs or 50 songs or whatever, you know, here's like everything I've ever done, you know, from 2012 or 2007 or whatever. We listen through them and people kind of vote on them. So it's like, well, here's the songs that people are excited to do. So that was a pretty good way, I think, to kind of go about it, where it's like, I can get excited about anything really. You know, I can.
I don't know. You're a better man than I am. I'm like, I want it this way.
I want it this way.
I want these songs. If I give,
and that's okay.
My B songs or my C songs, and they like the C song, I get kind of pissed. I'm like, fuck, I gotta record that. But maybe also, it's in our head thinking we think it's a C song, but it could be
that's the
top
thing.
Tier song. Yeah,
you don't.
So it's art of collaboration, passing the ball, right?
I think so. I mean, I think so. Yeah. Gosh.
Dude, why are we overthinking this shit?
Yeah. That was one of the ways for me not to overthink it. That was kind of like that was the hack for me to be like, all right, this is too hard. I can't figure this out. Like, I'm just going to put all these songs together and here we go. You know, there's going to, and obvious, and you know, it's like, there's always going to be the obvious songs that it's like, well, if this doesn't make it, that's crazy. Like, I'll have a few that I'm like, I'd love to do this one. And people are like, yeah, great, let's do it. Like, I love that song too. And then the producer has a thought, you know.
So who has the final say? You and Zach, or just the whole band, or?
Well, I mean, in terms of like what gets cut, if you know, it's like, if I really want to put a song on the record, you know, we'll put the song on the record. But like, there's not really instances where like anyone has to really do that, you know, thankfully, you know.
You still get stressed out with your career?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, I had this.
That's like a rhetorical question, but like, you know, like why do we still stress out when we know it's just always gonna do well, or do you want to, or you keep on striving to get bigger?
My situation is a little like, I had some ear stuff, you know, pop up in like 2017, 2018.
You told me about that. Yeah, that was scary,
the hyperacusis stuff.
Yeah,
so like, I have to be like really careful kind of, because I could have what they call as a setback, where it's like something some kind of loud sound could come in, and now I've got to be really protective, and it's like if I'm hearing anything over 80 decibels, it hurts, it gives me pain back here. So like, I've got to yeah, dude, it's crazy. Yeah.
How do you control your in-ear volume? Don't you? So what's your in-ear volume?
I keep my in-ear volume low, pretty low.
Oh shit.
So like, that's a bit of a stressful thing because, like, and then this is the craziest thing, dude. So I had that thing happen, and then like, I don't know, this was like a year and a half ago. I'm walking out my front door, and I turn to the right, go down the steps, and we have a bunch of bamboo right in our courtyard there, and a little piece of bamboo was like sticking out, and I shit you not, bro, it stuck me right in the eardrum and punctured my eardrum.
Are you serious?
I swear.
Sorry, I'm laughing, but what?
I know, it's the craziest thing of all time. You do not. That was like, I was like, this is insane. Like, what are the chances of that? Like I have this one thing happen, and then I get,
it's the universe saying you're being too over nervous about this thing.
Maybe it's saying, take care of these things. It's, I don't know. That's where my brain goes. Take care of these things. Don't take these things for granted, sir.
Like that blue heron, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. But thankfully that healed. I didn't hit any, bones or any, small bones. So we're good.
It's crazy how the universe will give you signs if you're overworking or if you're not thinking about things you should be thinking about, And we're just sometimes too blinded to just be present enough to see the signs,
So I'm reading, you're so right. And that was the feeling that I was getting, that I was not seeing the, or I wasn't catching enough omens.
Yeah.
I was just kind of barreling through life. And one of the things I've done recently is I started rereading the book, The Alchemist. Because I read it.
Planet.
I read it in like 2013 or something. And it really imprinted on my life. And I took a lot of that. I mean, it was kind of like
Paulo Coelho.
Yes, exactly.
We had The Pilgrimage too. All of them are fucking
exactly. So it was just, it's a quick read. It's an easy read. It's a great story. It's like a sneaky self-help book. It's like,
what did you relearn? What were the things you saw that you didn't see?
Well, I'm literally in the middle of rereading it right now. And it's one of those things where it's like, one of the things that recently kind of, one of the things that basically said was like, it's like, don't get caught, like, the oasis can also be a bit of a trap.
Hold on,
and that kind of, and there wasn't much said other than that, and I think to me,
is it because the oasis is an illusion?
Exactly, it can be an illusion. Exactly. Well, in the book, there is this like oasis that's kind of like happening, and it's not really. So I don't know. To me, it's like, I guess it's kind of saying, like, I don't know. You could take it a few different ways, but to me, it was like, just pay attention. Don't get too comfortable, but also like, just don't just kind of like be like, okay, I did this thing. All right, I'm good now. Like, and it's a bit of a balance because you want to just be able to
enjoy something.
Exactly. You want to just be able to enjoy, but
you still want to drive. Yeah.
But you still want to, like have that drive and, or just be creative and look for the next thing. It doesn't always just have to be in music. It doesn't always just have to be in songwriting.
Bingo.
You can just, you have to be, I'm a creative person.
Yeah.
I can be creative in all facets of life.
100%. I mean, you could tell by how good of a dad you are. You can tell how good of a husband you are. You can tell how good of a friend you are. Like anytime I need something, you're fucking there for me. Whenever we're talking side stage, like I could tell, like when you put intention into something, you do it.
Well, your game recognized the game,
My bro, you know how much you inspire me, Dave. We're. I was thinking, like, what was the oasis as in your career? Like, what were you striving for? Another successful song? Like, what was the pinnacle for you to finally put your shoulders down? Or get comfortable, and then when you get comfortable, like, fuck, I shouldn't get comfortable,
Man, that's tough. I mean, I could be in the oasis right now. I could be in the oasis right now. Yeah. But and in a lot of in a lot of ways I am. And I think that's another thing that kind of was the reason why it kind of stuck with me was it was like, hey, like maybe you need to, shift and put some energy over here. Put some energy over here. Doesn't mean you've got to leave the oasis. Just understand the fact that, that this can be an intoxicating thing. And
and it's okay. What's up, my man? And it's okay to have different oases as you get older. I felt like I was getting comfortable, coming here, just vibing, but I needed this so much living in New York to understand that I'm not stuck, I'm not.
Dude.
I'm still a human being who wants to go and walk around a city and try out all the different pizza spots and not just going to Kansas or like not the musician or the songwriter writing about happy stuff. I wanted to know that I wasn't putting myself in a 9-to-5 box that everyone's expectations of us to just keep working, right?
Absolutely. Because, that's just, it never ends, So you have to take your own, you have to kind of,
And they'll keep taking and taking because they're givers. Yeah. And we have to realize, and we got to take a step back and realize we have to give to ourselves. We can't replenish with a hole in the bottom of our cups.
Nope. I learned that the hard way in 2019.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think we talked about that.
We fucking talked about, dude. Woo. But yeah. So looking back on that, do you think you're glad you did the work?
I'm glad I did the work. I'm glad I started the work, and I'm glad I have the tools now to kind of deal with the inevitable things that also just continuously crop up.
What are the tools?
Breathing, slow breathing, Wim Hof breathing, Tumo breathing, 4-2-6 breathing, 4-7-8 breathing.
Oh, you're deep in the breathing.
I just, it has given me so much. It's the only thing of all these, things that I've tried that has really absolutely works every time without fail. No, it's like it really is I don't know if it works for some people better than others, but all I know is it works for me, man.
Is it like transcendental meditation?
It's not. No, I did that for a while. I got my certification. I did the whole thing.
Oh, you are a breather, dog.
Yeah, I did that, and that was great. Like meditation, I think was great. But what I realized for me was that doing the breath work. So I'll do it at night before I go to bed, and then in the morning, first thing when I wake up, it's just like it's a non-negotiable. Basically, it's like the first I wake up
for
20 minutes. It takes about 20 minutes. Sometimes it's a little longer, but it's like these rounds of, you kind of do your breath work. You do your breathing. You do 30 in and out.
Holy.
You do 30 of those. You're going to get lightheaded a little bit the first time you kind of do it. I don't really get lightheaded anymore.
Can you do it by yourself or can you do it around people? I'd be embarrassed to do it around people.
Well, I do it by myself. I'm not around my like, I would sometimes do it in the bed with like when my wife is like sleeping and she'd be like, no, like I can't, no. This is not happening right now. So I'm out on the couch.
Nervous system, baby.
Yeah, exactly. I'm doing this for you.
Yeah, you want me to be all pissed off when you wake?
Yeah. So, but no, it really, you do that, and then there's a retention phase where you kind of at your last breath, you breathe it all out, then you hold your breath, and you hold it for 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, sometimes 3 minutes, and that, absolutely, yeah. Like today, let's see here. Let's just tell you. I mean, it's not a competition. But like, so I'll just tell you today, what did I do today? Let's see. Here's today. Oh, yesterday was a particularly good one. Let's see here. All right. Oh yeah. I had a 3 minutes and 27 second breath hold, a 3 minute and 11 second breath hold, and a 1 minute and 51 second breath hold. But what? I say all that to say that, like, and you believe me, you do it. You're a singer, also. Like you've got some lung control. You've got some lung capacity. Yeah. What I'll say is, in those, that's where for me, where I'm not breathing and I'm in that like zone of just like where like when you're not breathing, you're not getting any kind of like thoughts to your brain. Like it's just like it's
like a survival.
It's just like off.
Yeah. It's like
so I'm kind of and I've got my like eye mask on, so I'm just like in this like blackness for like 3 minutes, which is just like incredibly healing. I feel like, and incredibly like it just takes if your heart rate is at
peaceful
75 or whatever, it's taking it down to 60. If your blood pressure's at 130 over 80, it's taking it down to 115 over 65 or 70. It's
everyone says when you die. Everyone says when you die, it's like everyone panics about dying the last moments. But I think those last moments of death, it's got to be peaceful like that.
It's probably euphoric a little bit, you know? And then, I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like, some people say that, you've heard that, they start seeing relatives or whatever, that's got to be wild.
And this is why Jerry used to do this in scuba diving. He would go scuba dive because Jerry Garcia would go scuba diving because it was the only time he could be alone and be in this still, like, I think I'm imagining it's the same thing you're feeling when you're.
I bet I can guarantee I can sense into that because it's like, yes, there is a bit of a calming factor because you're intentionally breathing in a certain way.
Yeah.
You kind of have to. I've never been scuba diving, but I feel like
it's kind of the same thing. You're kind of in your voice. Fuck no, I'm too claustrophobic for that, but
I feel like might be, I don't know. It's definitely something I want to try.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do want to try it because I think it would just be incredible to just like be able to like you're floating, you got the fins on, you're just like in the water, you're able to kind of just like go here, go there. Like when you get into some deep, I don't know, it just seems like it would be pretty incredible. But yeah, no, I would probably feel a little claustrophobic as well.
How long did it take you to finally realize you're incountable? Like you hold the jewels to your happiness, and like like how we're like. When we're kids, or like, oh, our mom's gonna figure this out for us, or like, once you get older, you don't have that safety net anymore, and you have to kind of just love. You kind of have to do the work yourself to find happiness, right?
Absolutely.
How long? I
couldn't even say finally. Like I could say that I'm just kind of still figuring that out. Honestly.
Yeah. Damn.
I'm not. It's something that like comes, and then I'll think I got it, and then it just slips through my fingers.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird.
Well, that's like the same the Oasis thing, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Maybe the thought is to don't try to hold it so tight. You know, or it's like when you notice that you're in it, then you're out.
Yeah,
you know, kind of vibe.
Or just like be okay when sadness comes back.
That too.
And like, you know, because sadness will go away, like happiness comes back. You know, like if we hold on to depression and we're just marinating depression, sadness or happiness can't even come to take a breath because we can't see it. It's like the same thing you're saying with the breathing, right?
Yep, 100%. I also think, man, that like, I don't know. I think that I've been trying to do a lot of work and like I just feel like for me anyways, you know, there's like a lot of physical factors that influence my mental health. And I know it's kind of all the rage right now, but it's just so true. It's like, if my gut is good, you know, if I've been eating certain things that make, replenish the bacteria and the things that need to be, you know, in there, then I am feeling good.
Well, yeah, so didn't you have like some gut problems? Like
I had some issues. Yeah, I had some issues, had to cut out some things. So it's like, it's kind of wild, man. It is wild how connected that situation is.
Oh yeah. I dude, 100% agree with that. Like, even like I've been doing 45-minute saunas every day.
45 minutes, bro?
I do 15 on, then 3-minute cold plunge. I do this fancy. I go to this fancy.
I know where you go. Where do you go? We don't need to say it on here, but no, yeah, I know where you go.
Dude, that shit is sick, dude. Honestly, it's like helped me. Like, you know, just taking out the metals in my body. Like, yeah, I'm not losing. At first I'm like, I'm doing this to lose weight. I'm like, no, I'm doing this to get dopamine back.
Dude, you know? Absolutely. I'm
it's so the same in that thing.
I go to a sauna every day. I don't stay 45 minutes. I think I would just, I don't know. My body's not built for that, or at least I haven't done that yet. But I would stay.
I got hat too, Dave. Hold on, look at this shit, dude.
What do you got? Oh, you got that. Oh, yeah, it's important, dude.
I got the fucking hat, dude.
Yeah, you got to have the hat. You don't want to turn your hair all brittle and start
like a Oompa Loompa, dude. No, yeah, I was like, no, but I'm like, and then I started studying it. Like, it's the same thing. The breathing stuff. It's controlling. It's like when you're on the 33-degree cold plunge.
You do that 33 degree?
30, I do 3 minutes at a time. 33. I'm fucking crazy with it, but I feel so much better. Like I'll do 15 minutes sauna, 3-minute 33-degree water, a little bit of hot water on me afterwards, then go back in the sauna another 15, and I do 3 rounds of that.
Wow, that is impressive. That's incredible, man.
Oh man, but it's like I'm alone with my thoughts, and I'm writing down. I'm like journaling, and sweats. I'm like, I feel like
I love that.
I'm like, yeah, it's like, I don't know.
That's hardcore. That's another level. That's amazing, dude. That's really amazing.
I think that it's the same level of holding your breath for 3 fucking minutes, brother. That's insane. And you're by yourself and you feel like you're dying, right?
No, you don't. That's the thing. That's the thing. You don't really, because you've super oxygenated your blood, kind of. You know, by doing the you know, you kind of, I don't know, it's weird. It's to me, it's extremely calm. Like it's another level of calm. It's kind of like, it's just, I don't know. It's wild. It's wild.
Dude, how do you do it on the road? How do you find that peace on the road?
I'm doing that shit in my hotel room. Absolutely.
What about like when you're on the bus, like a bus tour?
I don't ride the bus.
That's my boy. See?
Well, no, but my situation is actually worse.
You scared of him?
I can't sleep on it.
Oh yeah, you need to sleep.
I can't sleep on it, and there was years where like I wasn't sleeping on it, and that was the thing that was just like complete hell for me. Like,
that would drive me nuts, dude. I need to sleep.
That I'm still paying for that like that special little 3 years of my life.
You think that's why you broke down in 19?
Absolutely.
1000%. I didn't even put that together, dude. I remember we talked about that. That's the reason, dude. Sleep deprivation. Were you going crazy?
I was going nuts. I was going crazy.
Like what? Hold on.
It was bad.
I mean, I didn't even realize that put one and one together while you had that mental breakdown because of the fucking sleep deprivation.
Yeah, dude. It was that. It was like, there was one particular show that I remember.
Oh my God.
I hadn't slept in 3 days, and then we like go to play, like a 5,000. It was like a sold out Boston show. Like it was I forget the place, but it was like huge. It was like one of our biggest shows ever, and I hadn't slept in 3 days. And so it's like now I'm like,
you felt like a crackhead. Like what?
I'm a total crackhead. I don't even know how I made it, dude. Honestly,
I would lose my mind, dude. I'd be so nervous. I mean, I don't know. And like you, kind of probably felt like when you're relapsing, when you're doing drugs, when you're younger.
I mean, it was another level of like, I mean, honestly though, I will say the relief after that show was insane. I think I was like able to like get to a hotel after that show, and I think we had like 2 days off, and I don't think I left the hotel, you know, like. So
that you told your body like, hey, in order for me to do this all the time, I need to sleep in a hotel. I can't do the travel day. So what? Do you drive during the day? So or do you fly?
I'll sleep in a hotel, and I'll either fly or I'll drive, depending. You know, if it's a 2-3 hour drive, easy. I'll just get a rental car and boop.
You're a fucking gangster, dude. You are a real one of one dude. You know, every time I talk to you, you fucking impress me, man. You're dedicated to the craft. You're dedicated to finding yourself, and you're dedicated to your family, man. And not a lot of people man. And like, just to be dedicated to the craft is hard enough, and to have the stress of making record after record and banger after banger, and you fucking execute that, and you take it on the chin. And I know it probably weighs on you a shit ton, and like trying to make your band happy and trying to pass the ball so everyone loves each other while you're taking care of a family, while you're taking care of your fucking self, man. You should pat on the back. I mean, a lot of people can't take stress.
Appreciate
like
that, brother.
And you're still fighting yourself. You're doing the breath work. You're still finding ways to like make you love this thing, you know?
Absolutely.
And like, so like my question is like, what little things did you find inside your career that you kind of love again, you know, that we took for granted, you know?
Well, I'll just say one of the things that I did a van and trailer tour with the solo band.
Oh, we haven't even talked about this. Oh my God, I have questions.
And what I found out through that whole experience was like, oh my God, like I absolutely love this. I loved those, like, you know, you're driving for 3 hours, you stop, you're about to roll into the gas station. Maybe you'll look at a few things, you know, exactly. I was just like, I had this realization of just like, I couldn't have done this for 10 plus years with that if I didn't love it.
Right.
You know, because it's like when you get in a bus and your situation changes.
Yeah.
It's a whole different.
And like,
yeah, exactly. It's very different. And that there's a lot of good that comes from that, you know, for sure. But it was just a really nice realization of like, oh my God, like I love this. This is what it is. Like I could still do this.
Right.
You know?
I agree 100%.
Absolutely. Like I just love it. You know, sure, there's some hard early mornings and some late night drives that suck, you know, but it's like, it's always just like, you know, there's, you know, and if there's like a camaraderie and a vibe going, you know, with, thankfully, you know, I had that with, you know, with my band, it's like, then you're good.
And sometimes we forget where we came from.
Exactly.
And we did. That's absolutely what we loved in the beginning, like the idea of fucking being explorers with your buddy and finding out what you love about a Pilot gas station, you know, and like finding
exactly. I mean, exactly
that on the path of success because you have bigger pressures now. And that's not about getting to the venue. It's about writing another song that got you to the success or bigger than the other one, you know? Like, we forget that life can be simpler if we just get out of our own fucking way.
Absolutely. Yeah, because I never worried about writing a big song when I was writing those big songs.
Right. And that was what I was trying to ask you in the beginning, like, without, like, there's got to be pressure, dude, in your brain. You're like, I got to write a song like that again, you know? Even if it's, like, not subconsciously. Just to keep the train going, but I don't know. I'm just overanalyzing.
I mean, that's what we do. It's interesting because it's like you can't, it's like that time period, you know, in our lives when we're like young and there's like certain things that are just like new.
Right.
You know, and everything is kind of like you're experiencing all these new things and then you're putting all this new stuff that's just hitting you for the first time down onto paper or into melody. It's like it's gonna stay with you, just potentially more than things, you know. So it's like now that's kind of why I think when I had that conversation with Zach about just like, you know, it's like, well, that's you wrote that then, you write this now, you know. So it's like it's trying to like but that also leads into the moving away, having a new experience, something that kind of knocks you out of the, you know, the status quo that you might be in. You know, you don't disrupt, you don't have to like, you know, upheaval, you know, your whole life.
Right.
But it's like living with intention and, you know, and taking certain calculated risks, you know. Wow. You know, I don't even I hesitate to even call them risks because
they're risks.
You know, they could be risks. But
in
it's like
brain,
that
mental risk.
Because exactly. But it's like that's where it is. That's where the energy is.
Good. I never felt more inspired than coming out here. I didn't tell anyone I moved out here. And
I love that.
And I'm walking around. Everyone's like, where are you? Aren't I'm like canceling interviews. I'm just kind of doing my own thing.
You're doing you right now.
Yeah.
You're downloading.
That's exactly downloading. That's why I want you to fucking get that French Riviera, baby. I want that little pencil mustache out of you. I want a little fucking. I need to see a
little striped shirt.
I need to see European Dave, a little striped shirt.
You know.
Write some fucking French ballads. Fuck it. Nothing matters.
I think it's in my future. I think it's in my future.
I do too, man.
I think my wife's French.
Yeah, your wife is French. She's so badass, dude. What a fucking rock in your life.
Oh man, yeah. She's
sick.
She's absolutely incredible. It's in all the ways. Dude. You know.
I'm happy for you, Dave. I hope you really find internal happiness and you're on the path of it. Even if it gets a little better and better every day, just know that you're doing a great thing. And if not enough people tell you that, I'll tell you every day how hard you work and how much you probably take it on the chin and to do it and still find yourself through it. You know, that's why you're one of my mentors, man.
I appreciate that, bro.
And keep finding same. Then we didn't even talk about music or the new record, but they'll find.
Honestly, like, I feel like these are the types of conversations that people want to hear.
Yeah, man.
Like, right? Like, they can hear me talk about. They're gonna hear me talk about the record.
Yeah, they'll hear
a bunch of different places. But like, they're not gonna get this conversation anywhere else.
No, and it's just us catching up. I only get to see you once a year, so it's like, I just love you, man. I think you're inspired. I see Zach more. I mean, I'm in Nantucket. Those motherfuckers are always there, dog.
I know. He might move there. He might move there.
Yeah, that's what I remember. I was like, I'm surprised you guys aren't making the Nantucket Diary record, dude. Like, you guys are always in fucking Nantucket, dog.
Right?
But I'm proud of you. Can't wait to hear all the new tunes. Send it over. I want to hear the other ones.
Dude, I can't believe you. Yes, I'll send it right now.
Dude, Zach showed me some. I'm like, damn, dude, these are fucking real. This is the record you made in Vermont with that dude?
Yeah, Rich Costi.
That guy's awesome, dude. He gets some great sounds out of you guys.
He is really good. He's like, he has some really, like, he's an incredible mixer. I think he just like, he really knows, like, we wanted to use somebody who like would like make us sound just like us. Cause like sometimes you get a producer and it's like, you're going to sound like this producer. Yeah. And like, he's really just the guy that's like, okay, like we're going to get this sick drum tone, this sick bass tone, this sick guitar tone. And then we're going to put that together and that's going to sound like you guys.
Yeah. And you guys are going to sound like you. I like that philosophy.
It's good. It works for us, I think.
Dude, it's like your third record with him or second record?
Second.
Yeah. You did the last one with him, right?
Yep.
Kid?
Yep. Kid on it. Good old days.
That song is good. Dude, this new song you just put out, the single, is very good. The hook is very nice.
Thank you, man.
You getting some good traction on radio play at all? Or is it
Yeah, things are moving forward. I mean, it's
like in a buzz.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels really good. I mean, the reception, honestly, to the record has been better than I could have ever. Like when we start putting stuff out, I'm just like, all right, I'm done. I need to just not, think about this.
Get out of your own way, David Shaw.
Yeah, exactly.
Who gives a fuck? You're already on to the new record. Nothing matters. Fuck
That's right.
You already put it out there. You took the shit. Now just flush it down the toilet and
took the shit, flush it down the toilet. Move on to the next one.
Oh man, I sound like my fucking dad, dude. Every time I get sad, I call my dad when I'm sad, or if I feel like I'm just in an existential crisis artistically. He's like, "You've been doing this fucking. You have 11 records under your belt. What is this? The anxiety that makes you want to fucking keep writing? If it is, let it go. But if it's gonna kill you and give you cancer over the stress." Is it worth it?
I'm like, is it worth it?
Right.
No.
Yeah. No. Fuck, we need to learn how to calm down, take a breath. We made our art. We've had a great career, and people are going to stay with us because we're good people. And we just keep making good art. And if we can make good art with less stress, I think we'll make even better art.
Absolutely. I think that's so true.
Yep.
So true. So true.
Let's just keep breathing, and I'll keep going to the sauna.
All right. And I will see you in there next time I'm in New York City.
Yeah. One of these years we're gonna do a run together, and we'll just have a sauna in the back. And that's when we do our meeting of the minds. You'll teach me how to breathe. I'll teach you how to stay in that motherfucker for 45 minutes.
Okay, I'm down.
Bud. Well, I love you, man. Get out there, go have some fun. I hope I see a French or a Portuguese tin fish in your future. It's
already. I got a ton of that already in there. So,
dude, that'd be the best thing about going to Spain or Portugal is just like going to these tin fish houses, dude.
That's I'm crushing the tin fish these days.
Me too, bro. Mackerel, I'm all about it.
That's a skinny guy like me. That's the perfect first thing in the morning. I know my wife hates it. She's like, this is disgusting. Man. Get away from me.
You're turning into an old Jew, dude. I got my tin fish.
I got my tin fish
in the morning, kid.
In the morning.
I take my breathing, and then I go read the newspaper. The Knicks are like 20. I want to be that old guy, too. Eating tin fish outside, just got fucking fish bones in my mouth talking about the weather with some woman.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, bud. Go have fun. Get out there. Go kick some ass. Keep being you. I'm rooting you on.
Absolutely, brother. You do the same. I know you will.
Oh, man. Let me know. I'll see you soon. I know I will.
Okay.
I'll always see you.
All right.
Later, buddy.
Peace.